But let's just say we can get them to the moon. Now we have this, again, as I've said several times in several episodes, we have this impossible logistic to test, which is disconnecting the LEM from the lunar module, turning it around, and landing on the moon, a surface of which we have never touched. We have no idea if it's soft, hard, dusty, quicksand. We have no idea. We've never been there before. But of course they lied by just dropping it down on a crane using big giant models of the moon and filming them with cameras built on rails, of which they have disclosed these props, and they said, oh no, that was our test thing or whatever. No, that you're actually looking at, it's hidden in plain sight right in your face. The props used to fake the moon landing footage of the actual M coming down. Remember, they filmed outside the window, and as you know, Neil Armstrong's blowing smoke up everyone's hole, all of this sand and dust of the moon surface just flying away from the bottom of the LEM. But the second they get out and film the legs of the LEM, they're squeaky clean. And the little sheath that was around that 10,000 pound thrust engine is right underneath the LEM. But they started the booster far, far away from their landing site. So that little sheath has to come off way far away. It's going to fly away. It's going to float in the sky for probably 5 minutes before it comes down. And here they come. Boom. Landing. All right. So now you're on the moon's surface. How are you going to get out? How are you going to be in this thing, and how are you going to get out? What are you going to wear? How are you going to make sure that if you have any problems in your LEM, especially with the stress and impact of a landing that's going to go kapow, right? Somebody weighed in about a year ago and said that they had these rectangular boxes that crushed as soon as they landed. That was the way they actually absorbed them. That's pretty cool. Maybe they did. Nothing erases the fact that they were coming in at a speed, okay? And anytime you come in at a speed, those little foot marks are those little foot pads on the 4 feet of the LEM, they're gonna skid a little bit. It's gonna take place. It's just gonna take place. You saw the footage. You saw them going sideways as they landed. They did not hit absolute zero and then go blink straight down. Again, all those feet have been filmed 6 times. Not a single skid under any one of those little doodads, meaning they had 6 absolutely perfect landings. Unbelievable, ridiculous fiction. But now you're sitting on the moon. You're not in a vacuum. You're not in a vacuum. You're being utterly pulverized by the sun. So when I had the 2 guys from NASA tell me that the Apollo missions were indeed faked because they were told that it was faked. Actually, only one guy claimed that he was told. The other guy found out that they had basically discovered enough science about the radiation in the non Van Allen belt region of space outside the Van Allen belts that it was so lethal they were going to have to cover a capsule or surround a capsule in 6 inches of water. In circa 1988, that's what NASA figured out to insulate it from non-coronal mass ejections from the sun. So if there's any CMEs from the sun that hit the moon, you're dead. You're absolutely dead. If you're even in space when that happens, you're absolutely fried. Okay. I remember 1/4-inch aluminum. That's the only thing that protected it. That's what the capsules are made out of. The LEM is obviously made out of a bunch of tent posts and construction board and a bunch of other crappy stuff, right? If you want to see something hilarious, just go look up pictures of the LEM on the moon. HD is as high quality as you can, and just start zooming in your web browser, right? Hit Command plus or Control plus on your keyboard and start looking at it. And you'll start to go, oh my God, I never realized the comical nature of this thing that supposedly landed on the moon.